Hello friends, and welcome to the You Within YouTube channel. Someone has rightly said, if your voice is loud, a few people may listen. But if your message is powerful, the whole world pays attention. Today's story revolves around such a powerful message. One that won't just make you think deeply, but might awaken the hidden YOUwithin. So let's begin this inspirational journey with the story of a young man who worked hard every day. Until one day, he met an old mystic, and from that moment, his life began to change. There was a 24-year-old man, and often alone but honest. He worked for a wealthy merchant, toiling from dawn to dusk, coming home, eating and sleeping. No big dreams, no complaints. One day, he saw an old mystic on the road, carrying 3 heavy bundles on his back. The old man was tired, his age catching up with him. He stopped the young man and said kindly, "Son, could you help me? These bundles are heavy. If you can carry them to the next village, I will give you 3 gold coins." The young man smiled and said, "Sir, I don't need any reward. Helping you is a blessing in itself." He picked up 1 bundle, but as he walked, he began to feel its weight. Soon, they reached a river. The mystic said, "Son, I can't cross the river with 2 bundles. Can you carry the second one too?" The young man agreed without hesitation. Now, he carried 2 bundles. When asked, the mystic said, "One contains copper coins, the other silver." Slowly, greed began to creep into the young man's mind. All this wealth, if it were mine, I could live a life of luxury. This thought started to dominate him. After some time, the mystic handed over the 3rd bundle and said, "This one holds gold coins. Be careful not to drop it." Now the young man's greed was at its peak. What if I run away with all of this? Who will stop me? He thought. The mystic was old, the path deserted. With this in mind, he seized the moment and ran away with all 3 bundles. He rushed home and eagerly opened them. But what he saw was the exact opposite of his expectations. All bundles were filled with rusted iron coins. Shocked, angry, and full of regret, he noticed a letter inside. It read, "This was a test. I am the king of this land. I have no heir, and have been searching for someone with a pure heart to pass on my kingdom to." All this would have belonged to the one who could control his mind. Sadly, you have failed the test. Now the young man sat down, holding his head in despair. Tears streamed down his face. Because he knew, had he only controlled his mind, he could have become a king. So friends, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. No external enemy can harm you as much as your own uncontrolled mind. But the question is, how do we control the mind? And answer is into simple but powerful ways. First, cultivate the right intention. Before doing anything, ask yourself, am I about to harm someone? Is my purpose right? When you ask these questions often, positivity begins to grow inside you. And second, practice awareness of the mind. Meditate, breathe deeply, live in the present. Observe your thoughts without judgment. As soon as a negative thought appears, recognize it and stop it in its tracks. This awareness will prevent you from falling into the same darkness the young man did. Friends, this story is not just entertainment, it is a mirror. It shows us that we must become the master of our mind, or the mind will master us. If today's message touched your heart, be sure to share it. And in the comments, let us know. When was the last time you controlled your mind and avoided a major loss? And yes, if you want more such stories and life lessons, don't forget to subscribe to the channel YOUwithin. We'll meet again with a new thought and new inspiration. Thank you.